Greetings everyone, this is Ryan. Wanted to give you an update on the repeating router process that I showed you previously on the video that you'll see the link above. Everything in that video is correct, but I had an issue with my connection from my camera that's out in the outfield that's connected to the repeating router, and then having the signal being sent back to the main router and then connecting up to the Mevo control device. Well, I figured out the issue and I'm going to show it to you. So right now I am connected to with my Wi-Fi internet, I am connected to the main router. What I want to do is connect to my secondary repeating router, which has its own network, and I'm going to do that. You're not going to see it, but what I want to do is connect to that secondary repeated router through the Wi-Fi. And you should be able to do that. And I'm connecting up to it now. And I'm going to switch to this, so I've got to refresh. Alright, so got a little ahead of myself. So now we're connected to the repeating router. As you can see, I've got it, that's the name of it right there, repeating router. So now what I'm going to do to be able to connect my Mevo camera to this repeating router and then send it back to the main router without having an issue, I'm going to switch to network mode. Or go to network here and hit network mode, and I'm going to come down here to change it to WDS. I'm going to hit next. I'm going to join the wireless network of my main. I'm going to do it on the 2.4 gigahertz side. Let me double check something here as I come back. Okay, yeah. So we'll join the 2.4 gigahertz network side of my main router. So that's it right there. Going to enter in my password and then log in. Or join the Wi-Fi network. So as we're doing that, my main Wi-Fi is connected to the internet, and this takes a few seconds. So I wanted to read this to you. Accessing your router. This is very important if you need to change something on your repeating router. After bridging is successful, your router will automatically obtain an IP address from the main router. If you need to access this router user interface UI, you must connect to the using the IP address that was issued to the main router to get this IP. Check the connected clients list in your main router UI, and if you do not have access to the main router's UI, you can restore routing mode by holding down the reset button for 4 seconds. Alright, so now you can see, I know it has created that network or switched over, connected to the main. So now what I'm going to do is switch my connection, the control device or the computer that you're on, back to the main Wi-Fi connection. So there. We've now connected to it. I'm going to go back to it. I'm going to refresh, make sure that it's connected still. Yep, there it is, still connected. So now we want to log into the other router. Maybe we need to change something. So what we're going to do here is go to client lists. Here it is right here. This is the IP address for the repeated router. What I'm going to do is I'm going to label it. I'm going to modify it and change the name to So now that I've modified the name of the router, I see that this is my IP address for this router. So I'm going to log into that repeated router into this address. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to enter that address. I copied and pasted it, so I'm just going to go right there and log back in. User password is the same if you have whatever you've changed it to. So now I'm in the repeated router. I'm going to go to the wireless. Everything is set up here, and network mode is still WDS. So all is good here. Now I want to be able to connect my outfield camera to my control device. So now we're on our control device, and I want to add the outfield camera that will be connected to the repeating router to my control device. So here's what I do. I'll hit the plus button and the camera, and I'll let it search for the outfield camera, which happens to be a Mevo Core. So now that I see that it's there, it's on a different network, I'm going to press setup. I'm gonna connect to it, and it's gonna ask me if I want to connect to the HSN Live Track main, and I do not. So I do have my own Wi-Fi. I'm gonna hit next. Then I'm going to let it connect up, and what I'm connecting to is my 5G portion of my repeater. I've already have the network in here. I'm gonna select it. You may have to go through a process of entering in the password and all that if you haven't connected this camera previously. So it's connected. I'm going to hit next, and I'm going to cancel out of this because I don't need to, because when I connected it, it's now connected to the Wi-Fi repeater, and I'm going to connect. What would have happened if I would have went to keep going instead of canceling is it would have changed my connection on my control device to the repeating router, which I don't want to do. It still would have worked, but it's sitting out in the outfield. It's too far away. So now all three cameras are now connected, and my outfield camera is connected to my repeater. And that's how you connect a additional Mevo camera to the repeating router and then ingest it into the control device. If you have any questions, please leave them below in the comment section. I'll try to answer them as I see them. And thank you for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe.